Hello there guys, what's going on? Welcome to another FIFA 18 Ultimate Team video, and I have some huge news regarding icons. And you were probably thinking to yourselves before this video, how come he has 4-star skills? What's up with his work rates? Well, it all will be explained in this video today. It's a complete guide to what's going on with these icons. It took me so long to put together, so if you can, not only drop a like but share it around, because it will help other people understand why they have 3 separate versions. It kind of makes sense now, and I do want to speak about the ones that didn't make icons from FIFA 17, my thoughts towards these cards. It is going to be an awesome video for you to sit down, relax and enjoy. So if you can, drop a like, 2,000, maybe even 3,000 likes. Are you feeling generous? 3,000 likes would be insane. If you're needing game codes or anything game related, head over to g2a.com. They've got a discount going on right now, so if you use the code Fuji, you get even more off, and then you can stock up on Xbox Live PSN codes in time for FIFA 18. So let's get into today's video about icons. So as you know, there are some huge footballing legends making their way to FIFA 18 as icon cards, which is insane. Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Maradona, all on the same game, which is pretty impressive. But what EA haven't done is acknowledge the ones that didn't make the cut. So legends on FIFA 17 or previous installments, they've all been removed, and the list is huge. It's not until you picture it and see it in front of you. You got Beckenbauer that I only discovered towards the end of FIFA 17, and he was pretty solid. You got Figo, Hierro, Neves, Scholes in his prime. Imagine that. Would have been awesome for his pace. That would have gone up. His passing probably would have hit 96, 97, something ridiculous. You've got Gattuso. Gattuso's been cut. You what? Prime Gattuso, I'd have been all over that. Bremer, you've got Effenberg that was solid. Who else? Weah, George Weah, like Brazy, all of these cards, Giggs, they've all been cut. And I'm a little bit disappointed because some of those would have been fantastic. Now, the rumor that is going around, what EA have in mind is, yes, we've got all of these confirmed icons at the start of the game, but during the course of FIFA 18, they're going to be dropping a few more. Now, the way I see it is there's no point of them holding back old legends for them to do that. They're obviously going to want to spice up the game a little bit and introduce new ones. So with the trend that I see, a lot of Italians have been removed, Germans, they could be dropping Michael Ballack, Philip Lahm, Zambrotta, Totti. Like those type of players would be awesome, and I wouldn't mind so much. But George Best, I just thought to myself, George Best isn't a legend. A prime George Best probably would have been the best winger on the game. But the huge news that has dropped with these 3 separate cards, for example, we've got Birdcamp, but I will go through every single legend that will be available at the start of FIFA 18. You've got skill moves that could be different, not in Birdcamp's case, but other players. The work rates are different for these 3 separate cards, and well, you can see for yourselves, 87 rated Birdcamp has medium-low work rates, and for a centre forward, I don't think that's actually that bad because of his pace is lacking a little bit, so you don't want someone like him to keep running, overlapping, because he doesn't have the pace to get in behind. Whereas the 90 rated Cam card, he does have high attacking work rates with 85 pace, so although that is the overall better card, you probably would want to go for that anyway. And then the Prime card has medium, so yeah, it depends on your playstyle or how you feel these players will fit into your team, and there are some upsets in this list. So if you want to drop a like, guys, we can get straight into it. So I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Thank the EA gods right now. My favorite centre back from FIFA 17 is returning, Laurent Blanc. I like to call him Laurent Block because he blocks everything. A Cam version though is interesting. I know at the start of his career he was moving about a little bit, but I didn't realize he played as a Cam. So think about it, convert that to a CDM, 6'3", medium high work rates, 84 dribbling is seriously high as well for your CDM. So that's what I like, someone who's comfortable on the ball to keep composed. Yes, Laurent Blanc is a beast. Then the centre back cards, I honestly don't think you're going to notice too much of a difference between those two because the pace is exactly the same, and that is really the only notable difference when it comes to like stats. So Laurent Blanc is probably going to make my team. Again, welcome. The issue with Roberto Carlos is his height. There's nothing that you can do to get away from that. Any single version, even if you do give him 86 physical, that's going to be a problem if people are whipping balls in the box. But I like the look of that stat though. Could have really good aggression, good strength, and 83 shot for a left back. Unreal, man. So yeah, those cards do look good. The 86 though, 78 physical on that, doesn't really interest me too much, but the 88 and the 91 look good. Out of all of the icons that we've seen already, I believe that Rui Costa has benefited more from the 3 separate versions. Looking at his FIFA 17 card, it was alright. I used him towards the end of the game, so I was facing Team of the Seasons and Player of the Year cards, so it was difficult for him to really feel as good as those. That 90 rated prime card though, fantastic pace for a cam. Dribbling, shooting, passing, and even physical. Wow, I'm just speechless. That is just a legend icon quality. Hernan Crespo is a dangerous striker. Looking at the 85 rated version though, 86 shot with really good pace, dribbling and physical. I don't think you're going to notice any difference between the 85 and the 87, but then when you go up higher to the prime card, you have 89 dribbling. Now, will that feel a lot different to 84? Possibly. Maybe you'll have a little bit more freedom and how you can move him. I would hope anyway, if you're spending that much on a prime version. I'm going to say that the Deco prime version probably won't even be worth it. When you're looking at an icon card, that 79 shot as a cam or a centre mid just isn't good enough for me. You're really wanting more of an upgrade to that. Now, I know that Deco was all about the passing and the dribbling. That still looks like a great card, but I don't think there's any real difference that you're going to feel between the 85, the 87, and even 90. So I won't waste my coins on it, but if you pack him, then you're not going to complain, are you? Alessandro Del Piero. Now, this is the icon that I don't really know which one I prefer. The 87 has 88 pace, and if you pack that, it's going to probably perform better than all of the other ones. The 90 rated card though has the balance of his prime, but with the pace as well, like 85 pace with 92 dribbling and 90 shot. I honestly, well, I'm probably going to pick the one right bang in the middle, the 90 card, because like I mentioned, it does have a nice balance between the two. The 92 though, 83 pace, you might not like notice too much difference between that and the 88 pace one, the 87. I think that might even be used a little bit more, having him as a cam, a striker, well, I wouldn't play him as a centre mid, but yeah, striker, centre forward, cam is where you're going to be able to play Del Piero with that 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. I really do hope that he suits the game, and I have a big feeling that he will. Yes, Del Piero, great card. Let's go. Have you seen it already? Marcel Desailly, 88 rated CDM. You guys know who I'm playing as a CDM. Desailly, Kante, and maybe Laurent Blanc. Can I get 3 CDMs in one team? Well, I could, but it wouldn't be that balanced. That CDM card, though, that is basically Makelele on FIFA 18. We've got a French CDM, man. That is just so good. That 91 rated centre back, though. 90 defending, 90 physical, I like that. I like all of the cards, really. The 87 will be used and abused quite a bit because that's well balanced, and it's the same for Rio Ferdinand. Any one of those cards, it's going to be terrific. Like, what a player. Here we go. Speak of the devil. Rio Ferdinand, the Red Devil. 85 rated centre-back card. 84 pace, 84 defence, and 83 physical. That is basically an icon Smalling. I'm not wanting to face that. You've got the 88 rated card that, to me, doesn't really appeal. Like, 80 pace is very good, don't get me wrong, for a centre-back. But he doesn't really have, like, that much better stats in terms of like defending and physical, and he's lost a lot of pace. The 90 rated card though, there you've got the nice balance. 83 pace, 91 defending. Oh no, his dribbling actually on the 85 is better. I don't know which one I would prefer. It's between 90 and 85. I'll probably go for the 85. Bring down that squad overall just in case of handicap and all that. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, Rio Ferdinand, he's going to be quality. Somebody please hold me right now. Ruud Gullit, this isn't right. 5-star weak foot upgrade, 4-star skill moves. Any single one of these cards, like the 86, although he hasn't got the pace, 80 pace is still pretty good with a guy who stands at height at 6'3". You wouldn't complain if you pack him, and then you just go up one. Literally one stage up, 88 pace. That's unstoppable. You will not be able to play against that guy with 88 shot, 88 passing. Like on FIFA 17, he had a good shot, but he didn't really have the stat to suggest that he was going to be brilliant. Now on FIFA 18, the 93 rated prime card has the pace, has the shooting, has everything. It's the best card ever on the game. Any single Ultimate Team, give me a better card than that. Just stupidly good. I need him. I'm sure Hadji on FIFA 18 will suit the mechanics and play well, but from what I can see, there's no real difference between any of the cards. And Hadji is a legend. I'm not really connected with him, so if I got him, I would obviously use him, but I'm not going to go out of my way to build up the coins and purchase someone like that. So I'm sure he's going to be cheap. The 91 rated card though does look nice. That shot is high, the passing, the dribbling. He could feel good on the game, so don't shy away from that if you've got the coins. Luis Hernandez on FIFA 17 was a little bit weak. He had a good shot though, a nice amount of pace. So if they can add to that, I see that his prime version does have 70 physical. So that looks good, it looks promising to be honest, and that 92 pace, 89 dribbling, 88 shot. That's a dangerous striker, man. He will have the 4-star skill moves. I wouldn't even mind the 87 to be honest. Hang on a minute, let's compare the 85 to the 87. Any real difference there? Not really, same amount of physical, and that's what I want added to his overall card. So I guess the prime version will be the best. So which version do you guys want? Thierry Henry. The left winger card is going to be Martial on steroids. Like, that is just going to be it. Overpowered Martial. Then the 90 rated card is going to be overpowered Martial version 2. But that 93 rated striker prime Thierry Henry, I'm going to say, is the best striker on FIFA 18. He just has to be. Like, looking at that physical, the dribbling, the pace, the shooting, there's not really any other player that's going to be able to match that, I don't think. Maybe Renaldo, like R9 Renaldo, but he doesn't even have skills. What have they done there? They haven't even given him 5-star skills. But that probably is like going to be a close battle. Who is better, R9 Renaldo or Thierry Henry? My bet is going to go for the Frenchman. And how quick was he? Like he's probably the quickest player that I've actually seen myself, and I think his rating should go up even higher, maybe to like 95, 96, because he was lightning quick. So Thierry Henry, unbelievable player. So yeah, deserves that card. It is nice that Inzaghi did make the list, but coming from an Italian supporter, they should have just cut him. I would have personally preferred Gattuso in his prime, because Inzaghi is very difficult to represent, like the way he plays like in the game, well the way he used to play, because he doesn't play anymore. But 79 pace on the 90 rated prime card just isn't good enough for a striker with poor physical. The 81 doesn't really appeal to me, and the 85, he just doesn't have a good card. Personally anyway, that's just the way I see it. Let me know if you would ever use him. So this is actually the first icon where the worst version has actual better stats than the 87. Well, most of them anyway. Better pace, better dribbling, better shooting, and the better physical with increased defending. Why isn't that the 87? He got worse in his career. So he started off really well, got worse, and then built up again. Yeah, that could happen. So I'm going to be buying the 86 to start off with. He looks like a really solid striker, but that prime card, adding to the pace, the dribbling, the shooting, I mean, he does look fantastic. He's always been a solid finisher, so you might want to pick him up. At the start of the video, I was going through the legends that didn't make the cut as icons for FIFA 18. One of those, which was Brian Laudrup, or his brother, Michael Laudrup, has made the list. And looking at those, it's sort of the same for Deco, and that's one of the reasons why I personally wouldn't want to spend coins on the prime card, because I don't think it's worth it. He had something like 79 shot, and that's the same for the prime Laudrup. Now his stats look great, I can't argue with that. 85 pace, 92 dribbling, 90 passing, but with those high attacking work rates, with him pushing on, you really want your icon to be able to score goals. And looking at the other version, he has a left winger that is pretty much useless, and a centre forward card with really good pace actually, but then 74 shot. That looks a lot like his FIFA 17 card. So the prime, yeah, he has benefited from that, but I still don't think it's worth it. Limonen has always been solid on the game. No one really uses him though because of the lack of skills. What you want to do with the card is smacking those long shots. So powerful, but 90 prime card, it does look good. Decent enough pace. I probably would actually take the 88. Out of all of those, yeah, I would take one more pace than dribbling. Personally anyway, because the shot is exactly the same. The passing, oh maybe I'll take the prime card, but I'm not going to be buying someone like Littmanen, that's for sure. Oh yeah, Maldini, which one do you want? I know for sure that 94 rated centre back card. Now that is a version that I wouldn't mind spending and locking in coins for. Probably the only legend that I'm going to do that 94, medium to high work rates, 4-star weak foot. For me personally, I think Maldini in the left back position, he was a fantastic left back, but he lacks the skill ability on the ball to really be efficient down the left hand side. That's just for the way I play. So I don't personally like him as a left back, but I did convert him on FIFA 17 to a centre back slot. He did alright, but he wasn't really like suited because that's not how he was built up on the game. Well, for FIFA 18, there you go. 96 defending, 83 physical, 86 pace as a centre back. You know I'm going to get him eventually, and I will. Maldini, best centre-back, well, best defender of all time. You guys will say Beckenbauer, I'm going for Maldini. Diego Maradona, wow, that 91 rated card, I'm going to predict right now, that's going to be more expensive than 95. The reasons being, you've got more pace, slightly better physical, 94 to 95, you're not going to notice any difference whatsoever. The shooting and the passing, maybe, well, 87 shot is already very high. So for me, I would personally prefer to take the 91. Then you go over to the 97 though. He still doesn't have more pace than the 91, but then you've got the shooting, the passing, the physical is exactly the same, and the dribbling, and that is like pushing, well it's pushing 99, man. 97 dribbling is really high. Any Maradona card you're gonna welcome. Mateus on FIFA 17 for me was really good. It was a lack of skills that didn't really cement his place in my side. Looking at these cards though, the centre back version, the 88, I think that's gonna be pretty much useless. Like, although he has good pace, his 80 physical with the lack of height isn't really going to be that great. I guess with them getting rid of Beckenbauer, you've got yourself a nice replacement there. He will do a good job. 87 passing is actually insane when you come to think of it, like him playing as a centre back. That could be a pretty good card and interesting to find out if it does work. The 91 CDM, I like the look of that. The 93 centre mid, like both of those, yeah, you're going to want to bring him in. That 93 card actually is solid. Great defending, really good shooting, pace. I hope that you're not so much reliant on 4-star skills this FIFA, so you can get away with using someone like Mateus. And with that 82 physical, let's hope that he has some nice strength. So let me know if I'm obviously being biased, but with Nesta, I thought he was quite quick, maybe 74, 75 pace. Well, they've given him 72 on his prime card, and that's a very nice centre back. 72 though, it just kind of puts me off because I know that everyone is going to have those 90 pace strikers, and eventually when informs come out, team of the seasons, they're going to be unstoppable. Whereas Nesta, there's no improvement there. So it would have been nice if he had maybe like 74, 75 pace to help him out a little bit. But I'm sure his positioning, like 94 defense is very high. So I'm sure his positioning will be good. And 86 physical is great. Brilliant centre back, medium to high work rate. I will go for the prime version. Like if I can, I will unlock the prime card because just for that added pace and added defense. I think Okocha will have a cool card. The prime version right there, fantastic pace, 94 dribbling is seriously high, 83 shot is playable, and 84 passing, I think he will play well. And then you have the ability to play him in the right mid position. The 85 with 88 pace is the one that I would go for, obviously because he's quicker. 83, I don't think the 87 is going to get used, to be honest. So yeah, 85 and 90 are great. Personally, Overmars doesn't really appeal to me, and I think that's because his FIFA 17 card just wasn't that great. I will give him a go though. That 88 rated card with 95 pace, 88 dribbling, but then the passing and shooting is low. Like you could find an 82, an 83 rated striker on the game, or a winger in fact, that would have better shooting and passing stats. And it's not always, well, FIFA Ultimate Team is about pace, but you do need good shooting as well. So for me, I don't think Overmars is going to be worth it personally, but you guys might like him. Put it this way, if Michael Owen got the cut, I wouldn't really care too much. I don't use him on the game. He's too small, he's quick, but then he doesn't have the physical stats to hold off any player. His shooting probably will be good, but he's not one of those cards that I will go for. 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, just doesn't really look that great. Although his stats are cool, I just don't want him. When it comes to Pele, there isn't a bad version. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, you know, what card would you take? The 91, yes please, like that pace is blistering. Then you've got the 96 pace, the 95 pace. I think the 95 rated card, I honestly would say that there is no point unlocking the 98. He's probably going to be so expensive as well, so 95 is good enough. He has perfect stats, 95 Pele, that's the one that I will aim for if I can afford him. The first legend that I packed on the road to glory through the top 100 monthly rewards, it was Petit, and he has himself this year, well going into FIFA 18, the 85 rated left back card. Now his pace 80, well he's a lot better than Marcelo. I think Marcelo had 78 or 77, something like that. So if Marcelo's quick, then Petit's going to be playable, I guess. Good defending, good physical, but personally you don't really want Petit there. You want him in that CDM position, going up and down the pitch, breaking up the play on the counter-attacks. That's what I felt he was really good at on FIFA 17. So I would go towards the 90 rated card. You just want a little bit more pace, the overall defending, the physical. I would actually have hoped that his card would have looked a little bit better than that, but he does have fantastic defending and physical, so I can't complain there. I don't have any doubt in my mind that Perez will be used in a left forward, left wing position with the 88 pace on both the 88 and the 91 rated cards. That 85 cam though, EA, oh my god, if they could have just given him a little bit more pace, imagine if he had 88 as a cam, that card would have been so expensive. But 72, I think he will do a good job, but it's not really like an overpowered stat, let's face it. If he had a little bit more pace, then it would have been awesome. But the 88 and 91 are definitely cards that I would like to try out. The shooting is a little bit low, but he does make up for it in passing and dribbling. So yeah, I think he looks good. Puyol, once again, guys, unfortunately, isn't going to be used that much, I don't feel anyway, with his height not being that great. As a right back, 76 pace is pretty much useless. If he had 76 pace on his centre back versions, then yeah, I think quite a few people would. 94 defending is very high, but honestly, who would you rather have, Puyol or Nesta as their prime cards? For me, it's Nesta. He has good pace, good defending and good physical, whereas Puyol just doesn't have the height to match that. So yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be the same case for FIFA 18. I think right card is going to go under the radar a little bit. You look at the CDM card, the 86, the 90 CDM, but then you miss the 88 centre back. Now, although I think the two CDMs will do a great job for you, that centre back card though is really important. Fantastic pace, defending, physical, dribbling, shooting even, and passing, and he's tall, medium work rates. That's going to be expensive, you know. I would much prefer to unlock the 88 out of all of those. The centre back card is great. Ronaldinho, the new icon, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. And looking at the prime version though, I would actually say that Ronaldinho in his prime should have like 97, 98 dribbling, but there you go, they've given him 94. I'm sure he's going to play well in game. The cam card, 80 pace, 90 dribbling, 85 shot is great, but it's the 91 cam that you really want. Well, to be honest, as a left forward, I think you could get a lot of use out of those skills on the wing. As a cam, you could get a lot of use out of him there. So it doesn't really matter. The 91 and 94 are the versions that you want. You're not seeing things, guys. Ronaldo, R9 Ronaldo, one of the most skillful players of all time. They've given him 4-star skill moves. Now, on other FIFAs, he had 5-star skills, so what's going on there? I think that they're going to change that. When it comes around to release, they're going to give him 5-star skills, hopefully anyway. But even the 90, 94, 96, any one of those cards is perfect. If you get the 90, there's no real point upgrading because you're not going to notice any different, or maybe the physical. To be honest, I would take, well actually 97 pace compared to 93. If chem styles actually work like they do on FIFA 17 and they're not just a placebo effect, then that shadow chem style or hunter chem style, whatever you want to do to bring up that pace, there's no difference between 94 and 96 and you get more physical. So I'm going to take the 94. Shevchenko is returning to the game, but he's one of those icons that you wouldn't really go and purchase. I don't think anyone really bothers to buy legend keepers. Well, on other FIFAs, they didn't buy legend keepers, so I wonder if it's going to be the same for icon cards. If you pack them, you probably will use them for a couple of games, but you just get rid. I mean, Shevchenko has a good card though. I would go for I don't know. I'd say the 90 because of the speed. Actually, no, the 92 because there's no real difference between the 90 and 92 when it comes to speed, and he's got better stats. So yeah, prime version of Shevchenko is the best. Alan Shearer, let's go. The thing with this card though, is his weak foot. I would actually give Alan Shearer a 4-star weak foot. I mean, his skill moves, he never did skills. All that he did was to pick up the ball and launch one. Like his long shots, his volleys, everything about his shooting was unreal. The 89 rated card though is the one that I want. The 84 pace is great. I think you're going to be able to use that just to run in behind. So maybe Alan Shearer on FIFA 18 won't be as bad as 17. His physical is fantastic and his shooting is the dribbling though. But then if you build your team around Alan Shearer and bring in those skillful wingers to support the play, I think that you're going to be able to get a lot out of his card. So the best one there is the 89. I wouldn't even bother unlocking the Prime or the 87. Just go for the 89. That will be the most expensive. Shevchenko on 17 is an absolute beast. Long shots for days. And looking at that 91 Prime card with a good amount of pace, dribbling, shooting, I want to use him. I really want to give him a go. Then the 86 is actually, the 86 is better than the 88. It's the same for Larson that we saw. So yeah, the 86 is it's going to be cheap and he looks really good. Like, he actually looks great. So yeah, I'm going for the 86 to try things out first of all. I've never really been one to rush out and purchase Van Basten. Will that change for FIFA 18? I don't know really. Like the 93 Prime card, I can't see myself spending a load of coins on an SBC and get an untradeable version of Van Basten. It's just not going to happen. If I pack him, I will try him out and then sell him on. He's got a good card though. Pace, dribbling is high, 94 shot is great. But then you might as well just go and get the 89 rated card. Seriously, like the 89 is probably going to be just as good. Van der Sar, not going to lie, looks really good. That Prime version, you know he's tall, 95 positioning. That reminds me of one of the informs that he received when he was at United before he retired. And looking at the handling, the reflex saves, the diving with his height, he's going to be good. But then once again, would you really spend all of those coins for an untradeable version? Probably not. 89, 87, they look pretty much identical. But I wouldn't mind getting my hands on that 91 rated Van der Sar though. In my case, I need my CDMs to score. So Patrick Vieira's Prime card with the increased shooting is one that I would actually go for. His 88 and 86, they look great, like good amount of pace, but even me being a pace abuser, I would take some of the pace off of Patrick Vieira and add to the shooting, the passing and the dribbling. But 90 defending, 91 physical, again, another tall player. You just want height. You want height and pace in your side. So yeah, Patrick Vieira, I hope that I'll be able to afford him. Yashin was a new player added to FIFA 18 as an icon, and that 94 rated Prime version, unbelievable, insane, diving, reflex saves, positioning, speed, handling is basically a Hugo Lloris Super Juice card. I want that. No, I want that Prime version. Seriously, like that is unbelievable. The rest of them, yeah, they look good, but that 94, if keepers are fixed, you're going to want him. The final icon that will be available at launch on FIFA 18 is Javier Zanetti. Not only does he have right back cards, but the left back version with 88 pace, yes please, I will have that. Like good defending, good dribbling, good physical. Now the thing is, his right back card on FIFA 17 had 86 pace and he didn't really feel that quick, so fingers crossed with all of the other players that have been dropped in pace, someone like Zanetti should feel lightning quick. His 88 rated card doesn't really appeal to me, but the 92 Prime, it does though. The 90 defending, 85 dribbling, good shooting, good passing. Yeah, obviously Zanetti's 92 is a lot better, but then it depends if you want a little bit more pace. But for me though, I would like to add to the quality of the defending and physical as well. So let me know guys if you have enjoyed this video going through all of the icons, showing you their work rates, the skill moves as well, and if you have found it helpful, please drop a like, share it around, and yeah, that'd be much appreciated. So thanks for watching, and I will see you for more FIFA 18 content. See you now. Peace.